You know, I gotta admit, man, this is still on my head. I'm still kind of like processing it because, it's just very real. You know, this is by far the greatest game I've ever attended to. You know, I didn't think of this plans whatsoever. It's just unexpected, very unexpected. I wanted to go to the divisional round playoffs, but it just wasn't in the cards for the moment, Wasn't in the cards. I was determined to just have something in the bucket list and say, I just want to go to a playoff game. At least get to experience the vibe a little bit. Experience the vibe, experience the energy. And I'll tell you what, it is the loudest type of atmosphere you're going to ever get. Regular seasons, it's loud too, but not as loud as the playoffs because it's win or go home. It's win or go home. So for this type of circumstances and the situation, it came at a perfect timing because this buddy of mine, he did it out of his kindness, and I didn't even ask for anything from nobody, I didn't ask for anything. He was on one of the comment section, on one of my live stream comment section, and his word to me was, hey, I'm going to get you a ticket to the NFC Championship game if we beat the Packers. And, I'm just kind of like being like a generous guy and say, dude, you don't have to do that. You don't really have to do that for me, man. You don't have to do that. And he just said, nah. You deserve to experience this. You deserve to go to that game. He says, I got you. And I explained my situation. I explained what I'm going through. And he just said, dude, don't worry about it. I got you. I got you, man. So when he covered everything with the expense of that shit, I'm surprised. But you know what? I take nothing for granted, I'm always going to be grateful for those people. And the fact that this guy, the gambler, he's a good dude, man. Very nice guy. I got a chance to interact with him and his son. Got to talk with this guy. He's a very friendly dude, very passionate fan. He's a good dude. But for him to do that, he's a good dude. And the fact that he enjoys my company, man, that just speaks volume. It speaks a lot of volume about people, man. You never know. I'm not that big of a deal, I'm not a big time content creator like everybody else. I'm not. But on TikTok, I'm kind of blowing up a little bit. I'm kind of blowing up on TikTok. You'd be surprised. When I was going down to the lots at Levi Stadium, just by those green or blue lot areas, I was walking around and I seen some of my supporters on TikTok just recognizing me and saying, hey, you're CG. You're the guy that does these good ass videos, because I guess a lot of my videos are very viral, They're very viral. And it catches people's attention. I don't know why. Just ask the 13,000 followers, you know what I mean? And anytime I post videos like this, I get about 100 to 300,000 views a freaking video. Are you serious? It's just my shit is viral. I'm kind of becoming my own big name on TikTok. I'm not quite a big name on YouTube, My YouTube type of content is what it is. But I'm telling you by experience, man, I'm still processing the fact that I was out there, Greatest feeling in the world. The fact that I got a chance to go to the NFC Championship game and just to enjoy the moment. I got the chance to spend time with the gambler. I got a chance to meet John Chapman, one of my favorite Niners content creators. One of the coolest dudes I've ever met, man. This guy's awesome. John Chapman is a good dude. And then you know what's even cooler is meeting JD Hawk Hater TV. This is the OG of Niners content creator, man. I seen this guy at the blue lot. I was just around the corner, and he just recognized me straight up the corner, and we started interacting a little more. And, you know, JD's a good guy. JD's kind of been going through some stuff, you know, that's part, you know, everybody has their own personal reasons, but JD was having a great time, man. It is good to hear that JD is doing so well, you know. JD has, you know, he's doing his own thing, but I'm happy that he got to go to the game. We got to interact a little bit. And, you know, he's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. I mean, JD, man, I haven't seen this dude post videos for a while, but he saw me right down the corner walking towards the blue lot, and we interact for a while, and it was cool. It was pretty cool. I mean, it was a great experience to interact with those people, man. I mean, a lot of other people were cool, you know? I mean, you know, a lot of them. It was a fun experience. And getting the chance to watch the game, in the first half, we weren't doing well, you know? In the first half, I kind of lost a little hope a little bit, you know? Because I was kind of scratching my head like, are we going to come back? Are we going to come back, or are we going to blow this game away? Because one, when you're down by 17 going into halftime, Kyle Shanahan's record is 0-19. You got to think, when he's behind on halftime, that's not a good record, you know? But for whatever reason, I kept having that faith and say, please just have a comeback. Please have a comeback. And then I go on the top of the section floor where I'm supposed to be at, you know, at the seat area. And the gambler and me were just like, kind of like, just cheering on all that stuff. Everybody was feeling the vibe a little bit. And, you know, I had a good interaction with some of those Detroit Lion fans. You know, I ain't going to lie. Just because I was trash talking them doesn't mean I was disrespecting them. I was just being funny. But a lot of the people kind of took it personal, man. It was just fun and games, you know? It was all fun and games. And you know what the funniest part is? I didn't even get a chance to record what I did, you know? I should have recorded the video where I actually silenced those fans that were chanting Jared Goff. You know what I said to those fans who were chanting Jared Goff? I said, why did the Rams give up on Goff? Why did the Rams move on from Jared Goff? I kept yelling and yelling, and they went quiet. They went fucking quiet because I said, why did the Rams give up on Goff? Why did they move on from Goff? And then they couldn't say nothing. And then I walked past Eminem. You know, I walked past Eminem on where he was like kind of throwing the middle finger at. I was walking right past that dude. And that, I didn't even notice that was him right there. That was crazy. I was just walking right past the area. And that was exactly where Eminem was throwing the middle finger or some shit, you know? But that was a little earlier, you know? He was a little cocky. But it was kind of cool to see Eminem, bro. Eminem is still a legend. Even though he threw a middle finger, it is what it is. But man, that was a great-ass meme. So when I was passing by, I did see Eminem. I did see Travis King, by the way. Travis King was right down the corner getting something over there. You know, it was before halftime. Travis King was walking by. He was cool with me. We shook hands, and then he did his own thing. It was all cool. But after that, I was excited, man. We came back into halftime and won this game 34-31. Greatest game ever. I think it's one of the greatest games ever by far. It's the third most comeback game in NFL history, in conference history. The one that's tied for that one is the Niners and Falcons, where we were down by 17 in 2012, and we came back and won in Atlanta. That was another game. This has a classic because the Niners avenge their 1957 NFC Championship loss. They got their payback for 67 years later. I'll tell you what, I take it any day of the week, man. I never take anything for granted, man. And shout out to the gambler for making it happen, bro. The gambler made everything happen, bro. I didn't even ask for anything like that. And the guy's kind and generous, you know? And when somebody offers you the opportunity, bro, are you going to pass on it? Hell no. I'm not going to pass on that shit. And it was a perfect timing to request my day off because it was exactly the good time for my boss to let me take those 2 days off that I needed to use and go out. It was the best time to do it. So, yeah, it was great.